Bradley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. Thanks for taking my call.
Cool. Happy to have you. So, take us from the beginning. How did you meet Lisa?
I met her on Match, and we had really great date. We went out to dinner at Napa Kitchen and Wine Bar, and had a really nice dinner. We were there for a couple hours. Conversation was really good, just flowing. We talked about like all kinds of things. Like one topic just like led into another topic, and it turns out we have lots in common. And we're actually both super into pickleball, which I know is like kind of embarrassing, but like she loves it just as much as me.
Don't be embarrassed. Everybody loves pickleball.
It's the hot new thing.
It's the thing to do.
I know, and we actually talked about getting it together and playing. So that was like there was like a future plan being made, sort of. And we laughed a lot, like in the date. So I thought I was doing really great, and she was really playful, and it was really flirty, great chemistry. And when we left the restaurant, I forgot to say, like, my car ended up in the shop like 2 hours before the date. So she was driving, and she drove me back to my place. She came in for a drink, and she kissed me. So just want to be clear that she made the first move. And it was a good kiss, and she stayed for like an hour, and we kind of fooled around a little bit, and then she left, and I definitely had the impression I was going to see her again, and I called her and texted her, and she hasn't gotten back to me, so I'm bummed.
Did you invite her to stay longer?
Yeah, but she just wanted to go.
Oh, that's weird.
Did that feel weird?
Which I get. I mean, like, it's like there's rules maybe that she has for herself or something, so.
Right.
Yeah, who knows?
But you don't feel like she's put off by anything.
No, like that's why, like I get that she like maybe wanted to take it a little slow, but like I don't get that she's not returning my calls and texts.
Right.
Gotcha.
I think it's cool that not only did you have this effortless chemistry, but you said you laughed a lot, which I think it's so cool when you meet someone new and they have a similar sense of humor than you. That to me is just an instant connection.
Yeah.
Like,
correct.
At the very least, we should be friends out of this.
Agreed.
If not more.
Right.
So we'll call her up and we'll see what's going on as second date update continues. Met Lisa on Match. They had a dinner date in Montgomery at Napa, and it lasted for, I think he said it was a good couple of hours. They had such a great rapport. They both have pickleball in common.
We both play.
Yeah.
So we were talking about playing together.
Right. I love that they sort of have a similar sense of humor. There was a lot of laughter on the date. Yeah. Now, I did read somewhere that said the ideal date lasts closer to 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
But she did stay that extra hour at his house and hung out a little bit.
So that counts.
We should also mention that she made the first move and kissed him as she was dropping him off. She was dropping him off because his car, I guess, is in the shop last minute. So
That was nice for her to come pick you up.
yeah, I thought so.
Do you live far away from each other, or are you relatively close?
We're pretty close. She actually came in first, so it wasn't when she was dropping me off that she kissed me. It was like she came in for a drink, and then we were just like hanging out in the kitchen, and she kissed
And
me.
that's when she laid one on you.
That's when the makeout sesh happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of shape was your place in?
It was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't like I guess I hadn't like just cleaned it, but it was like decent.
Okay.
It wasn't too neat, was it? Like you had been expecting her to come in, like it was overdone.
No, like there was dishes and stuff.
Because I think I would almost be as concerned about a too perfectly set home as
not
I would
me.
be.
I'd be
as
like, did
crap
I just
everywhere.
find my
But
soulmate?
Listen who's talking though, Jen over
I
here,
know.
the
I know.
collector.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, look at this. He called the maid before I got here.
Well,
She must be awesome.
I would have the thought, is he going to expect me to be this neat? Is he going to
Yes.
expect me to participate in the cleaning
Yes.
of it being this neat? Or is he someone who loves it clean and he'll clean up after me? Because that would be okay. So you're saying it just was average. Not too neat, not too messy, just lived
Yeah,
in.
a little better than average.
Okay.
All right, you ready to call her up?
Yeah.
See what her deal is?
Hello,
Hi, can we speak to Lisa, please?
this is Lisa.
Lisa, it's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you this
Hi,
morning?
Lisa.
We're all
Jeff
here.
and Jen.
What's happening?
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. What's up? Why are you calling?
She giggles.
We spoke with a very nice gentleman on the phone this morning who talked about a date he went on with you recently. And you sound like the cat's meow, I got to tell you.
Wow.
I mean, isn't that flattering?
Yeah. I mean, that's big. That's putting yourself out there in a very big way.
Knowing someone called a radio station about you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I suddenly got very nervous.
Oh, well, no pressure. If you don't want to go out with him again, that's up to you. We're just curious what you thought of Bradley. And if there's any chance of you two ever seeing each other again.
Well, I am nervous. This is the radio. So I thought that there was definitely potential there, but it became clear that he's a bit, what's the word that I want to use? Clueless?
Clueless. I thought you were going to say
Yeah.
messy.
No, not so much messy, more so clueless. I mean, did he happen to tell you what happened at his house?
Other that you made out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So before we got to his house, dinner was great. I was definitely into him. I really liked him. I thought it might go somewhere because there was definite chemistry. We just had a really, really great time. And when we got back to his place, I'm just going to say this on the radio. I was tired of him not making a move, so I kissed him.
Yes.
And so we were there in the kitchen. We were kissing. We were making out. And I hear this noise from downstairs. And he told me, don't worry, that's my cat. She knocks things over all the time. Did he tell you any of this?
No.
Okay. So honestly, like, I'm not a really big cat person. So I wasn't like, oh, let me see your cat. Let me meet him. I didn't have that urge to meet the cat.
Yeah, see, I'd have been like, ooh, a kitty.
See, I would have been like, it's fine. Let's make out again.
Right.
Okay, so you're not a cat person, so yeah, I get it.
Not a cat person. Didn't really care. So we go back to making out, and all of a sudden, this sloppy, drunk woman holding a bottle of something, I think it was wine, throws open the basement door and stumbles into the kitchen.
Like a person?
Hi.
Is it his mom?
Oh, God, is it his mom?
No, listen to this. She slurs something like, oh, great, my husband brought a date home.
What?
My husband brought a date home? Is that what you
Yes,
said?
my husband brought a date home. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what is happening?
Who is
And so it
this?
turns out that they're divorced, but she's temporarily living in his basement because she lost her license due to a DUI. And so he's been driving her around until she gets it back.
What?
Wow. Does he have children with this woman?
They do have a kid, but the kid was spending the night at a friend's house, or so I was told. Who knows? But, I mean, this woman was a complete mess. So he was nice. We had a really good time, but I just don't really want to be any part of that scene.
Yeah.
And up until that moment, you never knew that he was previously married.
We're still currently married.
Well, I knew that he had a kid, but
Right.
Okay.
no mention of a messy relationship dynamic happening. Definitely not. She's staying in my basement.
Yeah. Wow.
Because as we're walking up to the door, I'd be like, listen, just a heads up. I know it's kind of weird, but my ex-wife is currently living in my basement.
Yeah.
Long story. I'll explain it later, but
Just she's supposed to stay down there.
yeah.
If you hear something rustling around,
Oh, my God. Bradley.
Yeah.
You didn't think that was worth mentioning to us.
Well, she lost her license. So I'm basically just doing a solid for like my kid's mom. Like we have no relationship anymore.
I was just going to ask you that. How tight are you two?
Not tight. I mean, I'm letting her stay in the basement and I'm not involved with her.
Right.
How long have you been divorced?
2 years.
And how old's your kid?
5.
Okay.
He's
Boy or
5.
girl?
Boy.
Okay. So it kind of sounds like your ex-wife has a possible drinking problem. Does she?
Yes. I mean, yeah, but she's, I don't know. I'm trying to help her through that too, but it's just like, I mean, it's basically, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting like canceled for like this, not canceled, but like canceled like by
Guilt by association.
Dating.
Well, it's your child's mother. You're trying to, get her pointed in the right direction, and it's
Right.
going to benefit your kid too.
I see
Exactly.
I get
got
it.
that,
Yeah, I get it too.
I mean, sorry guys, I just have to chime in here. Like anyone can take a look at her and tell that she needs help. Like
Mhm.
you had to carry her back downstairs. She couldn't even walk down the steps.
Now, devil's
She
advocate.
doesn't usually get that way. Like it's not like I'm like completely taking care of her all the time. Like
Oh, my goodness.
Devil's advocate, though, for you, Lisa, does that show you that he is a kind, compassionate man, even in a situation?
Good point, Tim.
No, I mean, sure. He was nice. He was nice. We had a good time, but like I said earlier, like I can't be getting in that mess. You know what I mean?
she had lost her job. I forgot to say that. Like she had lost her job like that week.
So she had a lot going on, and that maybe is why she drank.
Yeah, she was pretty low like that night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand this though. Like
I do.
you can't get into a new relationship right now. Like I feel like he's got to figure
Got to
this.
clean that mess
Yeah.
up first.
Yeah. Or just, I mean, it's obviously never going away, but maybe just out of the house.
The woman isn't ever going
Correct.
away.
Because they
Correct.
share the kids.
Yes.
So,
and figuring out where his responsibility begins and ends.
yeah.
'Cause that's a slippery slope.
Like driving
man.
her around currently, all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole situation was messed up. The fact that you didn't think that I might even have an issue with the whole situation.
Yeah, heads up would have been nice.
It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's temporary. It's temporary though, Like I know that's weird, but it's not going to be for much longer.
I
Yeah.
hope
It
not.
really
So maybe
isn't.
reach out in a month.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Bradley, for putting yourself out there. Best of luck to you, and certainly best of luck to your ex. I hope she gets the help that she needs. And Lisa, we appreciate you taking our call and coming on Second Date Update with